Well, welcome back to Factorio SpaceX Extreme, where we have these massive numbers of very expensive components to launch. For example, the FTL drive. Um, if you are wondering, costs all of that. 8,000 of all the modules, has 24,000 level 3 modules and a bit of other stuff just to make sure it's not a small amount. Excuse me, I still have a little bit of lurgy. So last time I was clearing up this area. I burnt through my 200 nukes and got the supply train down here to deliver another 100, and I've burnt through all of that as well. The good news is I have placed down a blueprint around about here somewhere of the iron stack and the copper one over here. These make it look like I was more organized than I actually am, because I did that largely after I'd run away, and then I remembered this feature exists. Great feature that it is. We have found a decent iron patch over here to go along with this one. There's lots of copper. 78 there, 103 there, plus what we already have. Not to mention we can easily hook into these bits as well. Another huge one down here, decent over there, so plenty of copper. And if we need to come down to iron, we have it here and here. So just so I mean, I don't know if you leave a comment if you want me to show more of my killing bugs, but I mean, eventually it's not like it's a death world where it's a frenetic fight for survival. It's more just launch a nuke, point in another direction, launch another, make sure you're out of the blast radius, rinse and repeat. It's not totally unfun, but it's not the most exciting part of the game either, in my view. So I thought I'd go into the kills. Let's look at all-time kills. So what do we have here? Trees, red tree, big biter. 2.6 per minute. 34,000 in total. Biter spawner, 20,000. Big spitter, 18,000. Small worm, 16,000. Behemoth biter, 15,000. This is what all my nukes have been going to, ladies and gentlemen. Big worms, 6,600, etc., etc. I'm not quite sure how I've killed so many fish, but maybe that was running landfill in. On the other hand, we've taken a few losses. The player, 11 times. I think about 3 were train deaths, and the other 8 nuking when I thought I had the machine gun loaded instead of the missile launcher, and that doesn't work too well for the player. So that's what happens there. Oh, how does this work? Maybe I've killed myself 6 times and it's been 5 train deaths, something like that. Anyway, thought you might like to see that. In terms of research, we were doing this. We've done the first 75 levels. I'm kind of thinking, well, we used up our reserves that are sitting in our science block. Now these reserves should be getting fairly full again. 2,000 is full. I'm thinking if I wait, say, for this to get to, I think 917 is roughly when it will be fully recharged. If I wait till about another 50, so 967, 970, something like that, launches, and then do the other 25 to get us up to productivity research 100. That's probably a good plan. Where else are we at? We are building modules, level 3 modules, 73,000. We need 200,000, remember, for our final FTL drive, but 73,000, 71,000 and 70,000. They're all coming along well. Production stats at the moment. Just shy of the 400k with no science enabled. 208,000 electronic circuits. I think we've got net 90 plus close to 130, so sort of 200 to 220 level 3 modules per minute. That's pretty reasonable. 1.7 thousand space science per minute, which, given the 20% bonus in the productivity in the labs, that basically is the equivalent of about 2,300 if that was our limiting factor on our science. But when we turn it on, we're actually doing more like 6,000 science per minute. So there you are. Anyway, that's my preamble. Back to what we're going to do for this episode. So if the iron stack is here, we are going to need to access this highway, and I don't really want to be wrapping around here to access it. I want to just come straight down to it. So we need some landfill, and I need landfill around this iron. We might need some landfill through here as well. Basically, we need landfill. And look, there's the fuel train on its way. Just to be interrupted. You should be used to that by now. So, I am over here, where we built this landfill setup, which I've subsequently dismantled the actual workings of. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a new train. It might actually just come straight down here. And it's going to be a new landfill train. So let me just come over here. Let's get a blueprint out, not that one. Get there, whoops, there it is. This one here. And, we're going to need some more. Down to somewhere like there. Do I have... Yes, I do. This will be a landfill. Landfill. I don't have that name used, do I, anywhere else? No, good. Now I loaded up with locomotives so that I could create a new 242. I think our old landfill was a 121, but I wanted a little bit more for this guy. I might have to give him a little fuel stop too. Requested chests. 10 is not actually going to be enough. No, nothing like. I've got a decent number on here though, so that should be fine. 60 actually should be fine. So this will just be bot fed from our landfill that intersects with the main line. I'm going to need more than 10 of these too. Pretty sure the engineering train has that as well. There we go. Now, these are going to request landfill, the amount of 5,000, I guess. Basically just so landfill will keep working, so that if I need a lot of landfill, I can just tell it to... I've got these guys, maybe I'll use these. And roboports. Anything else for the engineering train to supply? we go. That should have these guys. Oh, there's only 50. Do we have any more? Yes. Let's go some more. This actually isn't connected. There we go. That's better. We stack 200s. So it should be up to be 4,000. We actually need some more bots here. There we go. That should improve things. Now, maybe I create a quick fuel stop, which seems overkill for this one train, but it otherwise won't get fuel. So let's do that. That's the fuel stop. Fuel L. The landfill. And ooh, what are we missing? We need some more signals. We need to get rid of some signals. We need some more of these guys. And probably some more rail. Where are you? There you go. And on the side, what have we got? Right. So, let's get the fuel train. This one here. Let's go over there, and then on the way back, let's add fuel L until inactive. Whoops. Yeah, well, actually, that was what I wanted. Inactivity. Now, I think I want to limit this more than that. There's only one train after all. Good. And finally, we want this train to be able to refuel. I don't even need those. Blues would do, but I don't have enough, so I will use those. Huh. Let's see if I can get away with you being back there. Ooh. Rocket fuel. That should do. Now, where is the fuel train? Going to CD2. Okay, that is fine. Let's make sure that we can see all this operation. And finally, we need to get out of here. We could go on. Actually, we could do that, absolutely. Let's go to West End. Circuit condition, let's go. Let the train take us there. So, once this is finished filling up, this landfill train, and the fuel train has visited it so that we can call it, we will call it, and we will start setting up some, yes, problem with going this way. It tends to quite often be kind of congested. Going to clear, or do I have another rather silly issue? This is what happens with very long trains. They do things that so this guy wants to go this way. This guy, goodness knows what the hell he thinks he's doing here. He should not be down here. This is not a direction to anywhere good. He's going, no, where the hell is he going? There is no point this train being here. That is a major screw up. You can't go this way, that's not allowed. I don't get it at all, train. Alright. Let's run along here and fix this train stupidity up if we can. There is going to come a time when I'm going to spend quite a bit of time trying to fix these rather silly trains up. Where are you trying to go? There is nothing down here for you. You're going to Iron Plate East. No, you're going to Iron Plate Drop. There is no Iron Plate Drop down here. Wow. Okay. Do you know what I think it might be? I think I'm allowing trains to go two ways down here, when in fact they should only ever go one way. This should not be a two-way. It should be that way. It should not be that way. They should never go up this way. I don't know exactly how they go up that way. Okay, you have a thing there that makes no sense because you are only a come in. That goes that way, this goes this way, so this does not make sense. So that makes sense. This one makes sense. That one makes sense. An oil train's made it in, that's good. You can't go that way, so this one does not make any sense. Good, let's get rid of it. Okay, that helps slightly, I think. Next on our shit list is... Where are you trying to go? You're trying to go that way. Why the hell? This one? Well... Can I back you up enough? Probably not. I don't even know how. I was trying to do a loop through the train stops. Wow. I wish wish that was able to be made impossible. But it can't really. Okay, what we'll do first is this one here. You can go manual. So yeah, this is not what the episode was supposed to be about. But you do what you have to do. That is probably not enough room to get this guy out. We'll see though. Close. I need about one more train length. Which means this one needs to be backed up. Hit the guy behind you. One needs to be driven that extra train length. Where do you suppose you're going? You need to come completely out of there. Now, I'm going to give you a different destination. Iron plate pickup, go there instead. You can now go to automatic. You can now go to automatic. Where's my engineering train? Silly one's doing the same nonsense. So what happens is every now and then these trains get in the wrong position and then they go all the way in, out, they come over here, they go down here, they do a loop, they come back. That's what they think they need to do. Maybe if I gave them the ability to loop around here, they'd stop doing it, which would certainly help. It's just because of how I've done this sort of double line feeding in. It might be better to just make it a single line. Might work better for me. Now, what happened to engineering train? Is this it over here? No. Is this it here? Yeah. Stop. That's a long walk. Whoops. We might have to get rid of a little bit of that footage as I run back to my train. Anyway, let me just have a look at our new stuff. Has anything been supplied? No. Where's the fuel train? Is it anywhere? It's going to refuel, then it's going to the stone, and it's coming up here. So, yeah, it shouldn't be too far off. Actually, and as I said then, I'm pretty sure we'll blast through 2, maybe even 3 billion. So yeah, it's going to take a lot in terms of other people's factories to impress me after this one. there we go. Let's go to West End. This time in an automated way. So let's just have a quick look at that production. 590, 477. See, we've already done 67 million plates over the billion mark now. So well on our way to the second billion, really. What are we doing a minute? 360, 368,000. Not bad. Not bad at all. And these things are just insane. I mean, 41,000 red circuits, 7.2 thousand blue. They're pretty insane as well. Right, here we are at West End. Now, West End actually poses a problem because of that. I don't know if I'm going to need to worry about this iron anymore, because we seem to have found better sources. So what I'm going to do is extend, when I find our four-way eventually, there, I am going to extend the line. Oh, I'm going to need some more rail, probably going to need some more signals, probably more of those. Probably more of those, probably more of those, right. And I'm going to take West End out and move it along. And have another cough, unfortunately. Along here would be a better spot for West End. Could be West End. Is that how West End looks? No, it's West Space End. There we go. Go to West End and excuse me. The other thing that I need is an easy way to change direction to go home. The existing one is far too far down the track for my liking. Come on, it's not that hard. There we go. And signal just so. There we go. It doesn't interfere with either lane of normal traffic. Now, has the fuel train made it back over here, or has it got stuck? It looks like it's made it. That one is not filling up. Does that work? No, it doesn't. Damn. Well, it doesn't matter. What we'll do is we will tell this to go to West End. The fact that this is empty, we'll just fill it up with a little bit of fuel from the front trains, because it won't use that much. I actually didn't even check to see if that train was full of landfill. That's it there. What's it got? 16,000. So yes, it is full. Awesome. Now, what I'm going to do pretty much is put down a steel chest, fill it up with all my stuff. Put down a second steel chest, fill it up with all my stuff. And then when the landfill train finally gets here, we will fill up with landfill and start our process of filling in No, we'll probably back it up to over here somewhere and fill in this area first. Or is it? Here it is. Landfill. I need some radars along here, just so I can check on progress. Very convenient. What are we missing down here? Oh, right. Logistics storage space? For what? Oh, for these. Right. Interesting. Okay. We do have some there. Right, okay, I'm just going to run down there and sort out that logistics storage space, because that is an issue. Since we have an automated clearance of spent mines, we need to be able to handle that. No, I don't want your stuff. Just cleared out all your stuff. There we go. So they should have enough storage space now. Do they have? No, they don't have any construction robots. I've got all my construction robots. Slightly awkward, isn't it? Do you have any up there? No. Do you have any over here? The network, let's see, isn't it? 150 construction robots. 3. Any one of these with a decent number? 24. Along here. Actually, 11 will do. We shouldn't need a lot of construction robots. All they need to do really is clean up spent mines, so that should not take a huge number of them. There you go. Deal with that issue. Now, back to our task at hand. Finally. Yeah, I don't want your stuff. Which is to leap aboard, grab some fuel out of the sky. Fuel in there. 20 fuel in there. Right. You can go to manual mode. Keep a lookout here so that no train's coming until we get to the crossover that I've got way along here. The only train that does come along here at the moment is the fuel train, so we should be safe for a bit. And it's coming up just about here. Right. Now, where do we want to get to? Somewhere around about here. A bit further along. Yeah, if we fill in the starters for this block, that will help. Wow. Maybe I should have built a 383 train. few more episodes and we will finally be swapping out our dynamic processing of ore. Anyway, thanks for joining me, and I will catch you in the next. Bye bye.